Oh, frustrated, man. Nottingham Forest won, Liverpool won, and yeah, it's not been a great day in general. Yeah, man. Zubimendi news dropped points today. Let me get this straight, yeah. The performance, I'm actually very happy with. I feel like that was the response that we needed, but the result, again, draws are what kill you in title races, and this has to be the last of them. It has to be the last of them. We're going to get into this, the game, performances, and whatnot, and some of the controversial, decisions that I feel like maybe could have gone another way. But before we do, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 14,500. We're not far off. We're about 50 away. And then make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button as well down there somewhere. So make sure you guys do that. Let's get to about, again, 250 likes for today's video. But let's get into the game, man. Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 1. We are now 7 points above Arsenal. If they go and win their North London derby, they will close the gap to 4 points, which starts to become a slight concern. Even though we have the game in hand, it's against Everton, who, again, we don't have the best record of away from home. And I think we haven't won our last 5. We haven't won in any of our last 5 there. It's like, I know it's 1 in 7 is the record, but I don't think we have any wins in the last 5. So that is interesting. A very interesting stat that doesn't really bode well for us. But back to the game, there are some performances that I want to, praise, and there are some performances that I feel like need to be genuinely spoken about. We'll start with the positives. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Gravy Boat's a revelation. Put him anywhere. He is an absolute revelation. The way he's able to play centre back and do a job. He's able to fill in at the wing back and do a job. If we go 3 at the back and he plays in front of the 3, he's able to do a job. Lone 6, pivot 8, whatever you do, this man will do a job. And today, you just found yourself shouting Gravenberch's name. I was shouting Gravy Boat's name at every moment in that watch along. He's absolutely brilliant. And I'm running out of words to use to describe how key he is to this team and how pivotal he's going to be for the rest of the season should he stay fit. Hopefully, if he stays fit, Another performance today. Diogo Jota absolutely changed that game today. Phenomenal. Changed the game. I feel like he was running at players. He was direct. Probably could have had a hat trick if it wasn't for Sal's heroics. And honestly, I feel like Diogo Jota probably needs to starting games now going forward. And Diaz might need to take a break, or Gakpo takes a break and we put Diaz back on the left. But even so, it has to be Diogo Jota starting games. Gunman saved us a point. Probably should have got us the 3 points today. But again, heroics from the keeper is what stopped that from happening. Tsimikas. I've been saying Tsimikas is our best left back. He's definitely our best left back. He comes on, cross, goal. Very good set piece taker. Robbo, I've been saying this with Robbo, man. It's time to go, bro. Robbo, it's been a great ride. You've been running for years, but everyone ages and everyone is human. And Robbo is human, bro. He is finished. He's finished. He's not good enough anymore. And it's okay. I know he's only 29, but it's okay. Robbo is done. And I feel like the cracks happening down that left-hand side is happening too often. And if teams target us enough, it will become even more of a problem as it is now. And it will cost us this league title. Tsimikas must start next game. Brilliant work when he came on. Better dribbler. Better. He's still defensively. You can argue defensively he's still better than Robbo, regardless of how much Robbo runs and applies himself, So there's that. And for me, another good performance in the second half, I'd say. Dominic Szoboszlai in the second half came alive. He came alive. I'm still very concerned about the decision-making in the 10, but his midfield work in the 8 areas and deeper than that, I'm very happy with. I'm happy with that. But when it comes to decision-making in the final third, I still, again, people aren't going to like my opinion on it. I keep it real. Dominic Szoboszlai, if he's going to play in the 10, his decision-making in the final third has to improve. It just has to improve. He was getting bullied a bit in the first half, but in the second half, he came alive. He found the pockets. He moved the ball faster. He was checking his shoulders. He was driving with the ball. He's being more brave. And that is what I need to see from him. So more, the second half, Dominic Szoboszlai, very good. The first half of the Dominic Szoboszlai, very bad. So for me, game of 2 halves, but I'm gonna focus on the second half for him and praise him on that. Another performance that I'd like to talk about today that was better was Trent. I don't think Trent was amazing today, but Trent done his job going forward. I think he created enough chances for us to win the game. So I'll keep it very short and sweet on Trent. Now, what I would say about everyone else, for me, not really convinced, if I'm being honest. Again, I like the performance. I think we had a lot of the ball. We created a lot of the chances. The first half was not good enough. I think, don't get me wrong, the first 10 to 12 minutes, we started fast. Dominating possession, moving the ball. We didn't create clear-cut chances, but again, the shots are just really poor outside of the box or just in and around the box. The shots are really poor. But at the end of the day, we just have to be better and hit the target. And then they sniped us. They sniped us and they shocked us, to be fair. After the goal, we stepped back. We started moving the ball. We were more cautious. It's almost like we were scared to concede the second goal. We were very, very cautious after that first goal. And I generally think we were shell-shocked. We were shell-shocked and we didn't know what to do. It's almost like we couldn't believe we conceded after starting the game so well. You know, we done well not to go 2-0 down, but for me, I still feel like we have to be more aggressive at times. And I understand being conservative because, again, credit to Nottingham Forest. They are one of the best counter-attacking teams in the league. On transition, I think they're the best in the league. Their defense is as good as Liverpool's and Arsenal's, and statistically. Argue if you want to argue. They have been that good this year. They are second for a reason. And I'm sorry, the Premier League table does not lie. Murillo and Sells are absolutely brilliant. Nico Williams was brilliant. Ola Aina was brilliant. Milinkovic was brilliant. Their whole back five was unreal. Absolutely unreal. And with the form Chris Wood is in, he doesn't miss those. But just to speak about the goal, very frustrated with the way the goal came about. Salah ducking out of a 50-50. Ducked out of a few of those today. Not happy with that. I just can't understand why you jump out of 50-50s in a game that's so cagey against a team like Nottingham Forest, who are as good as they can be. If they win their duels against you, you're not winning the game. I'll tell you that. But for me, I have to call someone out. And Konate, for me, it's not good enough. Ibu Konate, if you want, listen to me, bro. If you are not fit, do not play. Why was Konate ahead of Gravenberch for that goal? Go look back at the goal. Look at his positioning. Why is he in the midfielder's position? Why is he having a rush of blood and rushing out of position? Why is he leaving Van Dijk stranded? Now, listen, should Van Dijk step up? Yes. Should Van Dijk get a bit closer to Wood? Yes. Should Alisson's positioning for the goal be better? Yes. But where does it stem from? Having one defender in an isolated situation being caused one-on-one. A 3v3. Why is that caused? Ibu out of position again. He has been at fault for the last 3 goals for Liverpool. And that's cost us 4 points in the league. And we're going into the second leg at Anfield to go down. Why? Because Konate has come back quickly. And don't tell me he's not injured, or that, it's not his fault, or, that he hasn't rushed back, or it's no one's fault and I'm overreacting. I'm not overreacting. You lot can't tell me I'm overreacting, because he said in the interview when Joe Gomez got injured, he decided to speed up his rehabilitation. Those are the words of Ibu Konate. If you are Ibu, you are doing more damage to this team than you are helping us if you play injured. We need you for the long run. We need you for the long run. Here for a long time, not a good time. Keeping it a buck. Every time I mention Konate, everyone gets really emotional and they start watching football like this. He has been at fault for the last 3 goals. He should have stopped the Garnacho cross. He gets bodied by Solanke, takes everyone out of position. We can see that Tottenham, and again, he's out of position today, and it isolates Van Dijk, and we go 1-0 down against one of the most defensively astute teams in the league. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now, aside from that, again, Salah, 3 on the bounce. Did he create chances today? Yes. Were there moments? Yes. Was he unlucky not to score at times? Yes. Should it have been a penalty? Yes. But the first touch, the dribbling, the take-ons, too many facets of his game today were very scruffy. You're playing up to the agendas that are risen against you, and it's not looking good. Now, listen, albeit it has been 3 games, for me, that 5 or 6 games this season, you've had those types of games. And again, you're not a robot. You're not going to be 10 out of 10 every game. It's 32 years of age. I understand it. But still, the standards, world-class players need world-class performances at times. And for me, I just generally feel like 3 stinkers on the bounce is just not good enough. Should have won us that game today. It's not always on you. There's 4 other attackers, but you should have won us that game today. Speaking of attackers, Diaz fouled out the game. Not good enough. Positive, good movement, right moments. Execution off. Cody Gakpo. Did he play today? Did he play? Someone told me if Gakpo played today. What are we doing here? But listen, I'll give credit to Slot for the substitution. I wasn't sure about it. He subbed on Tsimikas and Robbo. Sorry, Tsimikas and Jota, and one assisted the other. Both combined for the goal. Absolutely brilliant management from the manager. Absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact that those in-game changes can help us in games and get us points on the board. What I would say is that where I must make one positive, I have to make another negative. Arnie Slot has to bring on an attacker. He brings on Curtis Jones and it kills our attacks at times. If we're 2-1 up, bring on Curtis Jones. But if we're 1-1 chasing the game, you have to bring on Harvey Elliott. You have to bring him on. He saved us time and time again. Time and time again. Last season, he saved our bacon. And he's not seeing any minutes. He didn't see any minutes against Tottenham. How Curtis last 20 minutes against Tottenham, I'll never understand. And he subs on Curtis before Harvey Elliott today. How? I really do fear for Harvey Elliott if the manager fancies him or not, honestly. But yeah, listen, my man of the match, Gravenberch, but probably in for Liverpool, but in general, it's probably going to be Sells or Murillo. He was everywhere today, covered every blade of grass. Credit to Nottingham Forest, they were brilliant. There's a second for a reason. What a game in the last 20 minutes in terms of a spectacle. I feel like we should have won 4-5-1 in that second half, but you know, I'm happy with the performance. We take that performance into the next game and we see if Tottenham can do us a favor, but this has to be the last. It has to be the last. Listen, take care. Smash the like button if you got this far. You never walk alone. And we go again next game.